So the next important thing for a scorer to know is that the most important person for the scorer to be having his or her eyes on are the umpires. And therefore what the umpires signal to you is what you need to record. Irrespective of whether you believe what he or she is signaling to you is correct or not, that signal represents what you need to record. Now, the 2017 Code Rules has created a certain situation which is different, and lots of umpires now get it wrong. And it is about runs from a no ball. So the no ball, as you can see there, left-hand side, is signalled as such. But you'll only ever get one no ball, assuming that the rule of the game is that you get one run for each no ball bowled every time a no ball is bowled. Any other runs that come off that no ball are either off the bat, which therefore is a number of runs to the batsman, or they are extra runs, by which case the umpire then needs to make a second signal of either a bye, if the ball went through, or leg byes. You cannot have wides off a no ball because a no ball takes priority over a wide in a situation where both could apply. So technically they would be byes off a no ball. For wides though, they can be more than one wide off a wide ball. So any runs that the batsmen make, or if the ball goes over the boundary, that would be 5 wides, 1 for the actual wide bowled, and 4 for the ball's number of runs that came off that wide. So if the batsman just run 1, that would be 2 wides. I have to say that for scorers, sometimes the famous umpire signal are the 2 balls left in the over looks very similar to a no ball, and umpires, it would be helpful if you sort of made it a bit more obvious that you're looking at how many balls to come rather than is that a no ball or something else. Some things you won't get in recreational cricket normally is something like a new ball. You will get power plays, you could get free hits, but you won't get TV replays. We don't like council calls if at all possible. Another one that happens is short run on occasions, and again for a scorer it's really difficult because you don't have a great deal of time between each balls, believe it or not, even if you're just doing one aspect of scoring. But a short run of course is naturally one of the last things that could be signalled by an umpire after a ball has been bowled. What scorers do like are umpires that, especially for wides and no balls, signal the wide and no ball immediately, at least for the people playing on the field, and then for the scorer, and then do any subsequent signals following that ball. Furthermore, where a ball is another type of extra, be it a bye or leg bye, that the umpire gives what's called a pre-signal or a soft signal, depending on your terminology, which is a hand down in front of him or herself or slightly to the side with the open hand facing outward, which indicates that he or she is going to make a second signal, which usually is going to be either byes or leg byes. Naturally, there is occasionally that signal there for the last hour, which is rarely used, and I have to admit I'm not really aware of it that well. which indicates in a game where, especially in games where we're playing single innings declaration games, where that last 20 overs commences. Umpires, we don't really, well, as I said, I'm not used to that one, to be honest with you, but it is there. So that is a section. Take a look on the web and see if you can find one of these sheets for umpire signals. They are useful.